Shalom, my hotel. Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Come on in, come on in, come on in. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm a very proud contributor right here on Fly Nubian Queen TV.com, the network for melanated people just like you. Welcome, welcome to our broadcast today. We're so pleased that you have joined us today. Just a little bit of housekeeping as you come in. Before we get into our most important topic, dear family, there is drama going on with members of LAM. They are big mad right now at different kinds of zaddies. And I'm explaining to you which one in just a moment. But just a little bit of housekeeping as you come in. Please come and giving us the thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. We want you to know that you can text the word Queens to 31996 so that you're able to receive phone notifications when we go live from time to time. Also, beloved, I want to make an announcement for those of you who were flooding the VickiCalendar.com website yesterday in order to purchase your the Vicki calendar, the Angels Unleashed 2021 calendar. We apologize. It was a glitch in the system. And so now the system should be fixed. So please go over to the VickiCalendar.com. Some of you all hit me up to let me know you were having problems getting your order through, but there was a glitch in the system. But please go to the VickiCalendar.com so that you're able to get yours today. It appears that it has been fixed, and we don't want you to miss out. That's the VickiCalendar.com. Remember, I told you it was only a select amount, a limited amount that we were printing, but it sold out so fast. Thankfully, our partners network got together and made more available for you. So please get them as soon as possible. The VickiCalendar.com. That's the 2021 Angels Unleashed. This is an amazing gift, obviously, for the new year, birthday, or anything. Don't forget, these are pre-orders. So when you buy them now, they will print and ship. They will ship in January, okay? They will ship in January. So that's the VickiCalendar.com. And thank every single one of you for your patience. And thank you for making sure that you follow back up, because the glitch should be fixed at this time. So, family, with that being said, oh, by the way, don't forget to sign up for my mastermind at clubvicki.com. That's clubvicki.com. And I do my weekly mastermind where I drop a spiritual principle every week, Wednesday nights. And it's an exclusive group. I love it so much. And I elaborate on it, and you can ask me questions in the question and answer chat, okay? So make sure you join at clubvicki.com. I believe they still have the $1 for the first 30 days. And after that, it's just a very affordable nominal fee. Well worth the investment, okay? Thank you so much for your support. Shout out to you, Erica, for your gift. I bless your gift 1,000-fold, my dear sister. Much love, Queen V. I sent you a gift, but this COVID, you probably won't get it until New Year's. Oh, that's okay, beloved. Thank you so much. And I'll look for it. And I can't wait to let you know when I get it. You all are so kind. Shout out to the V-Hive that's always on deck in the digital building. My wonderful, wonderful supporters. Thank you so much. Now, family, I wanted to talk about today. Really, you can really consider today's war briefing, today's broadcast, as part 2 from yesterday, because I mentioned this yesterday about who Governor Newsom, the governor of California, chose to replace, who he chose to replace Kamala Harris's Senate seat with. Now, there's a lot of LAM backlash going on. There is a lot brewing right now where they are big mad. The LAM members, the League of Mammies, are very upset. And for those of you who know anything about me, you know that I regularly discuss Black females who allow themselves and use their positions to support white supremacists, and white supremacy, and they disrespect, diminish, and undermine Black society as a whole while they're doing it. Those are the individuals that I have a very serious problem with. Somebody talk Black to me. Again, family, as you come in, please come in giving us a thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. On the count of 3, if you haven't, give us the thumbs up if you're watching us on FlyNubianQueenTV.com or one of our affiliate networks. If you happen to be watching us on one of our other affiliate networks, the algorithms and the way you engage is differently. So make sure that you like, that you share, and that you subscribe or follow. Are you ready? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I see you, Instagram. I see you, Vicky Dillard fan page on here as well. I'm so pleased to have my beautiful V-Hive supporters. It's such a privilege. You all are so precious when you came up with that idea in the first place. Never in a million years did I think I would be having a fan club. Somebody talk Black to me, or a fan page called the V-Hive. Thank you all so much for your kind compliments. By the way, family, you can follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard and follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicky. Twitter, you can follow me there with my last name first. I'm so excited because on Twitter I hit 10,000 subscribers, and I'm like, yay, that's so amazing. Now, family, let's get ready to get into it. As you, thank you so much. Did I say 1, 2, 3? I think I did. Did I? If I didn't, I'll say it again. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. All right, family. I want to start, as I often do with these types of shows, by first of all saying that Black people are the most sympathetic, empathetic, loving, accepting people on the planet. We prove that every single day of our life here in America, because we dwell amongst our tormentors without having raised a weapon against them. We're the only group of people that's known for forgiving white supremacist terrorists when they don't ask for forgiveness. We're the only group of people that will strategically and intentionally put ourselves in harm's way to be assaulted, to even be murdered by a white supremacist, in order to show that you are non-threatening and that you're loving and that you're kind, and all you want is acceptance. I always like to remind us of this for the naysayers, the haters, the ignorant, and the unintelligent, and the mess makers who would say, well, by you discussing stuff like this is just bringing division amongst the races. Sit your funny looking self down. There is nobody more loving, more kind than we. I remind you of this in order to bring to nothing your claim of division. Somebody talk Black to me. So we're the most loving. We're the most accepting. We nurture all. We help all. Watch this, without receiving quid pro quo, without receiving the same level of support back. It is important in this season that we say, you know what? Because Black folks are still in the same condition after almost 500 years. We're going to have to let everybody else's issues go so that we can tend to ourselves. I know many of you understand that, because that's the big thing now where folks are talking about what? Self-care. And it makes sense, because you are no good to anybody else if you're dead, if you're sick. And that's one of the things that I'm learning as someone that has a medical disability, where I'm saying I'm not receiving it, but I'm saying I'm on my journey of healing. Somebody talk Black to me. And notwithstanding the extraordinary amount of pressure and what it takes for me to even check DMs or messages or to do day-to-day simple stuff, sometimes people don't even care. They will still load you up with unnecessary drama and issues and problems and expectations and demands, and don't have a care or concern about what you're going through, even though you mention it, even though you talk about it, not for sympathetic reasons, but to let them know where you stand and what's really going on. Some folk won't care. And some of you, because you refuse to speak for yourself, stand up for yourself, set appropriate boundaries for yourself, you get upset because you would think that other people would be thoughtful enough to put you first, or thoughtful enough to say, you know what, that might be inappropriate for me to even make this request or to do this, that, and the third, because this person is dealing with a unique situation here. That's in my personal life. But in terms of the Black collective, in terms of Black society as a whole, we refuse to say, no, some of us keep expecting the people that mistreated us for 500 years, you're expecting them to change. And they've been consistent, watch this, over the centuries. And you keep scratching your head and saying, you can't believe that they're still like that. But I'm scratching my head to say, I'm not sure what's wrong with you, with your funny looking self. It's not just what's wrong with them, it's what's wrong with you. When they've given you a proven, unbroken track record of savagery, barbarism, racism, torment, rape, and all other manner of evil. The question is not you expecting them to change. The question has to be not just what's wrong with them, but what's wrong with you. Is you've got to stop expecting people to look out for you and to put you first and to care about you and to think about you. You've got to stop expecting everybody to be moral and thoughtful and upright. And in some cases, they might be moral. And I'm not talking about the white supremacists, of course, but just in your individual situations. But it just might be that they're so preoccupied with their own lives that they just hadn't noticed. So you have to speak up for yourself. But because you don't want to be the bad guy, you want to look good. You want everybody to think that you are precious and cute and sweet and kind. You allow yourselves to be used even to your death. Shall we say, in many instances, misused. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Keep liking and sharing. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Vicky Show. I want to let you hear right now, and these articles are popping up all over the place. Frankly, since yesterday, because remember I announced on my show yesterday who Governor Newsom picked. But these League of Mammy members, these Black females that attacked us for saying that we should get something for our vote, they're big mad now. See, it's so strange because we've already played you the footage of Joe Biden talking real greasy and crazy to what they call legacy civil rights leaders, which means absolutely nothing. That means bootlicks, booty kissers, nobodies, the former dead Black media, people who don't have any sway, control, or influence whatsoever in Black society. They included folks like Reverend Jesse Jackson. That tells you everything. It included folks like the leader of the Urban League and the NAACP. That pretty much tells you everything that you need to know. Somebody talk Black to me. No real grassroots members were in attendance of that, so it didn't matter anyway. These are just people that's trying to have nearness to whiteness. Shout out to you, Black Mama, for your gift. Blessings, sister. Let's take the momentum of Black media into 2021 and grow stronger. You got that right, beloved. And I bless your gift 1,000-fold. And thank you, Black Mama, for being a supporter of this network. Thumbs up, family. Like and share. I want you to listen now to some of what they're saying, because this is a really, 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 really big deal. Instagram, please come on over now to FlyNewBeingQueenTV.com, because I need to use this device. I see y'all are in here heavy on my Instagram page, and I'm so pleased that you are. So you all come on over now to FlyNewBeingQueenTV.com. We're on YouTube Live, FlyNewBeingQueen.com. I can't wait to see you. All right, family. And don't forget, I told you before that you can follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard. I'd love to see you there. And I certainly welcome you with open arms. Again, that's Vicky X Dillard. Don't forget to put the X in the middle. Let me upload this on Instagram really quick. What I just did, as you keep liking, sharing. Thank you so much for your patience. And after that, I'm going to cue this. Thank you so much. All right, awesome. I see you. I see you. Now let me read this disclaimer. Shout out to you, Marlon. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Congrats on your 10,000 subscribers. Thank you on Twitter. Y'all make sure that you follow me on Twitter, please. At Dillard Vicky, my last name first. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicky. Sometimes I can go on a tweeting rampage, but I take appropriate breaks when I need to. But sometimes I'm breaking news there or ideas. Oftentimes, it'll kind of give you a clue sometimes to some of the shows that I may be doing. Again, it may give you a clue to some of the shows I may be doing, but I'm always talking about things there. Even topics and shows that I don't do here, I'm tweeting or tweeting a link or putting my 2 cents. Excuse me. Giving my feedback on different topics that I may not officially discuss here. All right. Thank you, James. He says you're amazing. Thank you, beloved. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips to balance in favor of fair use. All right. Now, what's going on? Well, I'll start with this article because I read through several, and this was released today. Now, remember, I knew it was going to be some mess because remember during yesterday's show, if you'll recall, I specifically mentioned who Governor Newsom chose, because remember yesterday I was also talking about reminding you about what Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said when asked about reparations for Black people. I gave you the footage and showed you rather, of how angry she was at that Black woman reporter for exposing the fact that many Hispanics consider themselves to be white Hispanics. Now, I'm making this point for a reason, and I need some of you that try to be real technical with me. I need some of you that will say, well, I'm trying to remember one of the statements because it was so many from different one of you when you give me feedback sometime. You know, well, the Hispanic people, they really are African too, and they're really Black too. And I've expressed to you before, I know very clearly that they're also melanated people and that we're their mothers and fathers. That's not the issue, slowness. Someone else even told me about some of the teachings from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, what he teaches. Family, I know that. I'm aware of that. That's not what this is about. Every time you watch the Vicky show, practically, I remind you that I'm the mother of civilization. I often remind you of the different melanated people around the globe. But I also remind you that when I'm criticizing and pointing out certain things, I'm doing it in love. Watch this. You should be upset about what they're doing. That should be the source of your anger, and not the fact that I'm highlighting this as the source of division. Now, did you hear what I just said? I said many of them consider themselves officially to be what? White Hispanics. Slowness. So you don't need to tell me about nobody's teachings. You don't need to tell me nothing about what technically, they got African and black. Slowness. We know stuff like this. But when those individuals reject their blackness, where the black people at? They can understand, and that's smart and that's intelligent. When you got folks going around saying, I am white, 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 white Hispanic. Did you catch that? That's the issue we're talking about. Don't get in your feelings to try to tell me, well, Ocasio-Cortez, Representative, Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, she was technically right and stuff. And because the question when she asked what is black, somebody was on my page talking about Hebrew stuff and shut up. This ain't time to flex your non-existent intelligent muscles. This ain't that time right there. You just watched a DVD, a movie somewhere, which is good, which is great. I believe in education. I believe in you need to read books and stuff and understand stuff about your history, but you are missing the point and the context of what I'm saying, slowness. You need direct nothing to me. You need not direct one thing to me. You need to direct this information to the people that you say they technically are black. You need to be asking them, if that's true, why y'all out here talking about you white Hispanics? Y'all see how I broke that down real quick without taking you through a semantic maze? You see how I shut that down when you thought you was getting ready to tell me the original languages and stuff? And how don't use the word black and what it means legally and what the Moors know and stuff? You see how I shut that down so cute? Didn't I do that so good? How did I shut it down? I shut it down by saying, get away from me. Tell them that. Make it make sense why they are officially and legally saying that they are white Hispanics. We're calling that out. And we're not only calling that out, we're calling out the fact that when you come here, you not only identify as a specifically white Hispanic, the way that you vote, the interests that you have verifies the same. That is to say that if you are black, like some of you all want us to believe, and many of us already know that you have those roots, even when you're rejecting those roots, the question is, how do you make it make sense to come here, some of you, and disrespect and collaborate with our 465-year-old open enemies? So don't get in your feelings. The issue is not whether or not you can technically trace your lineage to some black, African, or original or aboriginal people. It's why are you identifying yourself as a white Hispanic? Isn't that wisdom good right there? Isn't that good? You see how I just bypassed all of those unnecessary fights? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Like and share. I'm I'm going to stay on this as long as I feel like it, as long as I see it as necessary, because we've been told on more than one occasion that we have no friends. And I'm saying, as much as we would like to have brown folk and yellow folk and red folks and other ones to have our backs, the reality is you're doing stuff quite the contrary. And I will call it out because I am your mama. I'm not the divisive one. You voting for Trump, you joining the police force and are also responsible, a lot of white Hispanics, for murdering and targeting innocent black people. No, that's the divisiveness there. Now that I've made that clear, let's get back to the help. We've dubbed the League of Mammies LOM, hashtag LOM. But that the LOM is just the modern day the help. You all know that I refer to that often, right? So this news piece, watch this. This one came out today, this morning. This one's from The Hill. Look at the title. I'm going to try not to laugh. Excuse me. Many of you know that I have been doing work with not just my regular medical doctors, but also my holistic doctors. And so the process by which I'm going is causing me to purge a lot of different things that were injected into my body over the past several years, in terms that they were what's called biologics that was trying to address the disease that I was diagnosed with, but they were quite ineffective. So me trying a different, more natural way to remove those poisons comes up. So when I'm coughing, it's not just a dry cough, as my doctor told me. It's a productive cough. So thank you so much for your patience. They want me to take more time off. I've taken time just here and there, but I like to come give you the news and try to balance my morning, afternoon, and evening medical routine to still come to you. And there might be some times in the near future that I still may have to take a day off, but I just want to let you know that's why I'm drinking tea and lozenges and coughing. This title says, San Francisco mayor, she's a black woman, San Francisco mayor says Harris replacement pick a real blow to the African American community. Y'all look at that. I think what's in order now is nothing but laughing emojis. I believe what's in order now is nothing but laughing emojis. By the way, family, in case you missed it, those of you that are just coming in, I wanted you to know that we had a glitch. For those of you that were trying to get the Angels Unleashed 2021 calendar, yesterday we had a glitch. It's resolved now. We apologize for any discrepancy and delay. So make sure that you go to thevickicalendar.com to get yours today, okay? Remember, we had already sold out of the initial amount that we were going to make available. But thankfully, our partners said, hey, let's make a few more available. So get yours as soon as possible, family, at thevickicalendar.com. Thank you so very much. Yes, y'all, just put the laughing emojis. The laughing emojis are important in this season. Did y'all hear what I said? I said the laughing emojis are so appropriate and necessary and needed in this season. Y'all don't get me to slinging these curly braids. By the way, these are braids. I curl the braids. Somebody talk black to me. I'm your sister with the curly braids. I'm about to sling these things all over the place just to be, just to throw that out there for those League of Mammy members. For long. I'm about to sling it for long. Because everything that this lady is talking about, this mayor and other black women that voted for Joe Biden and are so for the Democratic Party, San Francisco mayor says Harris replacement pick a real blow to the African American community. Governor Newsom is a Democrat. He's in league with the Democratic Party, the DNC, Joe Biden, and Kamala and them. You all, you black women, made no specific demands, and you negotiated zero concessions up front before giving Joe Biden and Kamala and the Democratic Party your unwavering support. You gave them your blood. You gave them the inside information to your DNA, your RNA, and all that stuff. You gave them all of who you are. And you asked for nothing back. When you make demands and when you made your request of what you want to see, you made it optional. And then when you said, okay, well, I want you to have so and so and so for VP, or I want you, thank you, Descendant Larry. She said, sling those braids for us. This, okay, this for you, baby. This for you. Somebody talk black to me. I love y'all. Thank you for letting me be girly and silly sometimes. I appreciate that. You get the point, don't you? And you also understand that we speak more than one way. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. I see you coming on in here, family, but please make sure that you're liking, that you're sharing. Let other folks know that the Vicky Show is on right now, and I'm doing a brief war briefing today. You know, on Wednesdays, I always try to say I'm going to shorten it because I have my mastermind right after tonight that I always like to set up for before I get started. But listen, you guys not only gave Zaddy everything up front, but when you made these requests to say, okay, we want a black woman, we would like a black woman to replace Kamala Harris's seat, since she's getting ready to be VP, and that's going to be a vacant Senate seat. You guys that called her, you all saying that she's black, and some of y'all get mad when we say, well, Kamala wasn't even trying to say she was black early on, until it was politically beneficial. Did she start really driving home the black part of herself? And notwithstanding, she's not a foundational black American. And we make that distinction because her policies show she don't give a doggone. She's willing to imprison foundational black Americans. She was willing to come here with her Indian mom and her Jamaican dad, shout out to our family around the world, and throw black folk in America under the bus. She didn't have any problems doing it. But when she started to sketch and to plot and to scheme her next political move, which was strategic the whole time. Don't forget her sister, who was also her campaign manager, also worked for Hillary Clinton. She schemed years in advance, and she began to amend the way that she moved. She pandered differently as she started to plot her next move politically. And so some of you that say to us, well, y'all trying to say she ain't black. No, slowness. She was saying and acting like she wasn't black until the other day. Because you're new and you weren't paying attention. Don't get upset with me. Again, this is why you've got to tune into Black Media on a regular basis. Because see, when you're new to stuff, you get throwed. That's from the Victionary. Not the dictionary, the Victionary. You get throwed. And you think you're sounding fair and deep and right. And you're just exposing the fact that you're new and out of touch and behind schedule. Somebody talk black to me. Get on with it, Vicky. Again, just look at this again. I just can't get over this. Do you see it, family? Slam that thumbs up button. San Francisco mayor says Harris replacement pick is a real blow to the African American community. Here's the mayor. well, that's the Hispanic guy who is getting ready to go to Congress, but that's the black mayor right there who's complaining. Watch this. San Francisco Mayor London Breed, she's a Democrat, said Tuesday that California Governor Gavin Newsom's choice of Secretary of State, Alex Padilla, that's the Hispanic man's name, Alex Padilla. Again, he was California's Secretary of State to fill Vice President-elect Kamala Harris's vacant Senate seat is, quote, a real blow to the African-American community. When asked about her thoughts on Newsom's pick by an ABC affiliate, y'all listen to this and think about this. Breed said the decision was a surprise. This is a big deal, family. I'm going to read this part again. It says that the black mayor, San Francisco mayor, her name is London Breed. She was asked, y'all, by a ABC affiliate what her thoughts were on Gavin Newsom's pick of Alex Padilla as the to fill Kamala Harris's vacant Senate seat. Watch this. She says, quote, this is a real blow to the African-American community, to African-American women, to women in general. It's really challenging to put it into words, but it was definitely a surprise. The reason this is a big deal is because the black feminists, the black female members of the Democratic Party who demanded that you vote for Joe Biden without getting any concessions or any of your demands negotiated up front, they don't get off code with the Democratic Party. I said this high-profile San Francisco mayor, London Breed, a black woman, she was asked by an ABC affiliate. She knew that a prominent member of the media was calling her and would likely quote her. Black women that are sycophants for the Democratic Party, they don't want to embarrass the Democrats. So she would have been very careful. She would have said no comment at this time. Even if she was upset and even if she didn't want to lie for the Democrats, like many of them do, if she was real mad, she probably would have said, you know what, I'm not available now, or no comment now. She didn't say no comment now. This is a big deal when you start to see the mammy start to buck at Zaddy. I've explained to you in the past, it's always an issue. When you're dealing with a black feminine, it's always an issue of Zaddy versus Daddy. Seeing that the black man is the original, is the father of civilization. He's the real daddy. That white supremacist is that Zaddy that some of you worship. Like Dr. Dizzy Kizzy Corbett. Y'all remember I did that show on Kismia? Corbett, Dr. Kismia Corbett. The vaccine black doctor that they pushing out there trying to say she had something, she was involved in creating this vaccine and stuff. Remember I read you previous tweets about how she said she looking forward to basically, and I'm paraphrasing now, getting with a white man with some swag, in other words, because she said black folks circles that we're in, she called us the N-word and nigga bees, her words. And I told you that they made her get rid of, apparently, it seems, her old Twitter page. So she started another one. But black media exposed her a long time ago. My point is, black women never make the Democrats look bad. So the fact that they're actually being public with this means that they're feeling some kind of way. They've got the nerve to be shocked. Watch this. But all of this is absolutely knowable. None of this was a surprise at all. You mammies told us to shut up. You called us out of our names. You were disrespectful. You were ugly. You were dang near violent. You were condescending. You were slanderous in your criticism. And so now you got the nerve to say this. Watch this. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Keep liking and sharing, would you? Thank you so much. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm pleased to be a contributor here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, the network for melanated people like you. I'm here weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Watch this. It goes on to say, Breed, remember London Breed, that's the mayor of San Francisco, the black lady. Breed said that the open seat in California was another opportunity to bolster black female representation in the upper chamber. Harris was the first black woman to hold the Senate seat for the state, because that's what the article says. Quote, it's an unfortunate situation as we're trying to move this country forward and make sure that black lives truly matter and that African Americans have a seat at the table, especially African American women. After what was done in this race on a national level, it definitely is unfortunate. That's practically fighting words from members of LAM. They are on fire. They are big mad. Because the Zaddy Joe Biden done ticked him off. Now Zaddy Newsom, white Democrat out of California, here he is. That's Gavin Newsom. That's the white mayor who appointed this white Latino man, Hispanic man. Now this right here is Professor, she goes by Professor Crunk on Twitter. I have tagged and tweeted her before and busted her in lies that she put out and also called her out on her disrespect. She was the one. This is a professor. Watch this. Watch this. Let me get a better. Her real name is Brittany Cooper, by the way. Let me get a better picture so you can, or a single picture, so that she's not on there. Professor Brittany Cooper, again, she goes by Professor Crunk on Twitter. This is the lady right here who, when Ice Cube said that when they learned that Donald Trump changed a part of his campaign agenda and amended it based on suggestions from Ice Cube. Remember all the backlash that these black females and black people in general, especially with the Democratic Party, gave Ice Cube. She sent out a tweet about Ice Cube and said, F. She said the word though. She said, F Ice Cube. That was a tweet from this professor. She tweeted out F Ice Cube. Thank you for your kind words and your compliments, family. Thank you so much. I dress up for you and for me. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, like and share, would you? Watch this. So this Brittany Cooper, who goes by Professor Crunk on Twitter, she literally tweeted out, because of that, F you. And then she put out another tweet for any other black man that was not beholden to the Democratic Party, if they chose, for example, to vote for Trump, for whatever the situation is, any black man that wasn't on board, watch this, she tweeted and called them, which you all know I talked about this several times. She called black men, those black men, you traitorous MFers. I said, this is your Professor Crunk. Now, the Professor Crunk, her real name again is Brittany Cooper. Miss Brittany Cooper is some kind of feminist women's professor. By the way, family, some of you may have heard right now the breaking news that Donald Trump has pardoned Paul Manafort and Roger Stone and some other loyalists. All of these things are expected. And I wanted to mention that in the middle of this broadcast because white supremacy is all out open. The reason why you don't hear me spend disproportionate amount of time discussing the hiccups of black men, the condition of our men. And y'all know I don't make no excuses for you brothers either. Somebody talk black to me. I don't make excuses for us, but I understand what 465 years of oppression and hell will do to you. Oppression and hell, by the way, that mostly white men and their white women are responsible for putting us in. Somebody talk black to me. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. They're all out open with their corruption. They are blatant, and frankly, they flaunt it. But you guys still don't recognize that we're at war and be want me to spend all my time sitting up here dogging out black men. And I'm like, are you crazy? The long list of your zaddies that you're trying to act like are worthy to be worshipped and to get with right now, their list is too long for me to even have time to officially and publicly address on a just nonstop basis black men when you got this kind of all out in your face white supremacy going on. And then what gets me is that some of the females that's dogging out the black men, okay, because they didn't had a couple of bad relationships with them. You turn around now, and I know this is a side note, but then you turn around and talk about how you want to get with a white man. Don't nobody care if you want you a zaddy. But ain't it funny that you can forgive a zaddy who's a son of a slave master, a zaddy who's responsible for your disenfranchisement, the very people who's responsible for raping your mama and sodomizing your great-great-great-great-granddaddy, you now making zaddy the standard now. I'm going to get me a white man. You sound stupid and dumb. Go get you one. It shows how messed up your head is. And besides that, stop making the announcement that you're going to get one. Just get with one and just shut up. Don't even make no back-to-back announcements of how terrible you think they are. Just get with them and just go. Just go. Just go. But I digress. Let's get back to all these black women that's big mad. Big mad. Watch this. So you heard the last part of the hill, that last piece that I was telling you, right? It says Breed's name has circulated as a potential pick to fill the seat, as well as California Democratic Representative Karen Bass and Barbara Lee. Y'all know both of them, right? According to ABC 7 News. Now watch this other article, because y'all know I was on this. Because I was laughing the whole time when I was reading this, because every bit of this was knowable. Look at this BET headline. I'm just trying to show y'all all the headlines. Y'all keep giving us the thumbs up, family. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing. That's Padilla. That's going to be the new Senate guy. And then this is your zaddy, Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom. Look at the headline. The headline there says, California Governor Gavin Newsom's pick to replace Kamala Harris in Senate draws anger and criticism. Family, this was just published 3 hours ago before I came on. Because I was seeing all these back-to-back-to-back headlines where they are so mad at the Democrats right now. But you got to understand that Gavin Newsom, the Democrat in California, is in lockstep with Joe Biden and the DNC. This is what you get when you act like you're a slave. When you demand nothing in the beginning, you don't have the right after the fact to turn around and say how mad and upset you are. When these black women were making suggestions to Gavin Newsom as soon as they learned that Kamala was going to be the next VP, they did not put a threat, or they did not talk about how they were going to punish him or what they were going to do if he did not do what they told him to do, suggesting a black woman to replace her. You guys did not say you're going to have to vote him out, or you're going to go against him if he runs again, or you're going to support his opponent, or you're going to put up your own candidate. You've constantly shown your undying support and love and devotion to the Democratic Party. They bragged about how black women had the highest rates demographically in terms of support for the Democratic Party. He knew at the end of the day, all he was going to do, y'all was going to bite the bullet and go sit your funny looking selves down somewhere. But again, all of this was knowable. All of this was knowable. Watch this. This article written by Madison J. Gray says, California Governor Gavin Newsom has selected Secretary of State Alex Padilla to serve out the remainder of Vice President-elect Kamala Harris's term in the U.S. Senate. And that decision has disappointed many who felt that a black woman would have been a wiser decision. Padilla becomes the first Latino to represent the state in the Senate. But the choice also means that there would be no black women in the Senate and one less woman in it. Although Padilla was always a front runner for the job, a favorite by many was Representative Barbara Lee, the Oakland Congresswoman, who congratulated Padilla's ascension to the position, but also thanked her supporters who wanted to see her get the job. You biscuits are something else. Watch this, y'all. You heard me say just a second ago how San Francisco's Mayor London Breed, they mentioned London Breed, the black woman mayor, upset about this too. But they say she, along with others, like watch all these legal mammy members. Listen to all these black Democratic women who no doubt told you to support Joe Biden and shut up about reparations, shut up about tangibles, shut up about getting any concessions up front. Watch this list. I was stunned when I read this earlier. She, along with others, including Lee, Representative Karen Bass of Los Angeles, Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf, California Attorney General Javier Becerra, and Representative Ro Khanna, an Indian American who represents Silicon Valley, had all been thought to fill Harris's spot. Many people believe the governor would pay a political price. Y'all watch this. Kerman Maddox, a Democratic consultant and fundraiser who is black, said in an email message to the AP, "It's a terribly insensitive decision with the nation in the midst of a reckoning over racial injustice. If Governor Newsom, y'all listen to what these black bootlicks are saying now. The same black bootlicks who told us that we were wrong for telling you not to vote without concessions, without reparations, without getting an understanding of a pro-black economic policy before you throw all your support behind Joe Biden. Watch this. This Black Maddox, remember I just said he's a Democratic consultant. Watch this. Says if Governor Newsom thinks our disappointment with the Kamala Harris replacement will be tempered, excuse me, will be tempered by appointing an African American woman to be California's Secretary of State, he clearly does not know this constituency. That's a threat from them. This Black Democratic consultant says, if Governor Newsom thinks our disappointment with the Kamala Harris replacement will be tempered by appointing an African-American woman to be California Secretary of State, he clearly does not know this constituency. Some of you all may be saying, what do you mean? Because remember, Padilla, the Hispanic guy, was the Secretary of State for California. He's now getting ready to be senator, right? Well, now that he's being removed from that position, they're going to need to replace him with a new Secretary of State for California, right? Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Y'all, I was too through. Governor Newsom is scared to death because he started to hear rumblings from black bootlicks who were ticked off that he did not replace Kamala Harris with a black woman, right? Guess what he did right after that? He taps a woman by the name Shirley Weber to serve as California's State Secretary of State. Shirley Weber, family, is the black woman that previous article is referring to. Here she is. This is not about being funny or nothing like this. It's not about being disrespectful. Y'all know that I don't believe in disrespecting, our people. We are who we are. We can't help what we look like. So that's not why I'm showing you her picture. But this is a black woman. After he got in trouble, I guess he thinks he was telling them, I'm gonna have a black woman as Secretary of State. How many of you all know that the Secretary of State has nothing to do with wielding power in the upper chamber of Congress? Because there are two chambers of Congress. The lower chamber, the upper chamber. The lower chamber is a House of Representatives. The higher chamber of Congress is what? The Senate. There is no black woman in the Senate. So he said, like Joe Biden did Simone Sanders, they let you know you can play second fiddle with this little state job that's about to be up in 2 years before I send you to Congress, before you can be where you can be closer to the president, closer to the vice president, closer to the power brokers in DC. You can play second fiddle. I'm gonna make a black woman the new Secretary of State for the state. They gonna like that. Did y'all see that? The Democrats are making a fool of you slaves. And you all got the nerve to be shocked and mad on the wrong side of stuff. Watch this, y'all. Gavin Newsom took his cues from Joe Biden. Gavin Newsom took his cues from everybody who always mistreats black folk in the Democratic Party. Are y'all hearing me? thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, like and share. For those of you that are just coming in, like, share, subscribe. My name is Vicki Dillard. I'm so pleased that you've joined us. I want you to know that I'm typically here weekdays. That's Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. For those of you that don't know, we were telling you that we made available for you Angels Unleashed, an amazing 2021 calendar where I put my heart into it. For each month, you'll have a thought, an angelic thought, and a corresponding scripture for the month to meditate on for 30 days. It's going to be so beautiful with the wings that's on there. And I also put a special word, a special address and message for you on the calendar as well. I told you it was only a limited amount that we were making available, but we sold out of that. Talked to some of the folks on the team and they said, look, we're going to make a few more available. Tell them to go there. And boy, did you guys go there yesterday, but then there was a glitch. But the glitch is fixed. We apologize for any issues. And I want you to know, don't get there now. We've made a few more available for you. The VickiCalendar.com, the VickiCalendar.com. The link is in the chat. Thank you, Motown House, our moderator in the digital building, doing such an excellent job, as well as all of our beautiful family that's in the digital building supporting what we do. The VickiCalendar.com. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Get yours today. It's well worth it. It's pre-sales, okay? So that means that when you buy it today, they ship out in January. So it'll be an amazing New Year's gift, amazing birthday gift. But more than that, the thought for each month and the corresponding scripture comes directly from me. I did that. And if you honored me with your presence and were lucky enough to attend one of the three or all three of my angel 2-hour webinars that I did, it was absolutely amazing. So this project is really, complimentary of those 3 2-hour webinars that I did on angels. I did a different series on angels and it was absolutely amazing. And I believe that you are really going to love these calendars, okay? Anyway, family, thumbs up, like and share, would you? Let me get finished with this part so that I can prepare tonight for my mastermind. So Gavin Newsom gives Black people, and specifically you Black League of Mammies, who politically prostituted yourselves. And then when we said you prostituting yourself, got mad at us, dogged out Black folk, while supporting and big upping white folk. Watch this. Gavin Newsom said, forget all y'all. I'll make her Secretary of State, but I'm not finna send no Black woman to the Senate. You see how white folks don't want the playing field leveled? They feel like you Negroes got Kamala. They want you to know you better be glad you got Kamala. They want you to be thankful that you got Kamala. They want you to know that you're acting uppity to expect that you should still maintain the Senate, and then you got the nerve to be a VP. This is a white supremacist zaddy telling your funny looking self, you feeling yourself. Negro, you get one biscuit and one crumb at a time. You don't even get 2 biscuits. You get one crusty, stale biscuit at a time. That means that there is no Black women in the Senate. Very few has ever made history in the first place of even being in the Senate. But they are reinforcing their stronghold of white supremacy in these power places. I bless all of your gifts 1,000-fold. Thank you so much for supporting Black media and putting your money where your mouth is. Thank you so much. Do y'all see that? Do you see how they are not going to allow? We are nowhere near the percentage that we should be in either houses, the upper chamber rather, or lower chambers of Congress. It's not even, it's nowhere near even. But Negro, you get only one token Excuse me. And one biscuit at a time. The reason Joe Biden was screaming and hollering at Al Sharpton and them was because he felt that they were being uppity. He wants you to know Negroes are only supposed to be grateful for whatever master offers them. If master offers you some chitlins, you're supposed to be all right with that. If master offers you chitlins, you're supposed to be grateful. You're supposed to be thankful. I bless your gifts 1,000-fold. Thank you so much. You're not supposed to question. And God knows you're not supposed to ask for nothing. Or expect nothing. Or show any signs of wanting nothing. Somebody talk black to me. Family. Keep giving us a thumbs up, liking, and sharing. Watch this. That sister. Watch this. Weber, that's Miss Weber. She served in the state legislature since 2020. She served in the state legislature since 2012 and is the chairwoman of the California Legislative Black Caucus. Her appointment comes as Newsom faced a lobbying campaign from several different groups over who he should pick to fill the Senate seat being vacated by Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. Watch this. Dr. Weber is a tireless advocate and change agent with unimpeachable integrity, Newsom said in the statement. The daughter of sharecroppers from Arkansas. Listen to this fool statement. You see how they try to mess with y'all's mind? The daughter of sharecroppers from Arkansas. Dr. Weber's father didn't get to vote until his 30s, and her grandfather never got to vote because he died before the Voting Rights Act passed in 1965. When her family moved to South Central Los Angeles, she saw as a child her parents rearrange furniture in their living room to serve as a local polling site for multiple elections. Watch this. This is how white folks pump your head up to make you think they're doing something for you. Now she'll be at the helm of California's elections as the next Secretary of State, defending and expanding the right to vote and serving as the first African American to be California's chief elections officer. Family, him picking this sister as a new Secretary of State for the state of California to replace that Hispanic guy, Padilla, it is a slap in the face for slaves who should have known better. Calvin, buy some cough medicine. Oh, why didn't I think of that, Calvin? Why didn't I think of that, Calvin? But I bless your $5 for supporting Black media 1,000-fold. Thumbs up, family. Watch this. Notice how he's emphasizing the fact that as Secretary of State, he's emphasizing that she's going to be at the helm of California's elections as the next Secretary of State, defending and expanding the right to vote and serving as the first African American. This is not even a level up on a low level for Black people. He sees this Weber lady as the next What's her name? Out of Georgia. What's the black lady's name out of Georgia for voting? Thank you. Stacey Abrams. He sees, let me go back to a picture. Hold on. He sees this Miss Weber as the next Stacey Abrams from his free state. He knows he wants her to galvanize the vote, the black vote, and to make sure that if there's any funny business, that she's going to breathe hard and sweat like Stacey Abrams did for the Democratic Party to flip Georgia for the Democrats. That ain't about blessing you. That's about making sure that somebody he knows and trusts who still think voting means something is going to be there to do all of their bidding and to galvanize supporters and to file any lawsuits in case there's some funny business on the federal level, because they can always count on a mammy to do the jobs, to do the job. He wants this Weber lady to be the next Stacey Abrams. This is Stacey Abrams for the state of California. They believe in getting one of these for every state. Them white Democrats done said, dang it, if Stacey and all of her team can get on the ground and flip Georgia, then by golly, we're going to elevate every mammy we can get our hands on. And we're going to provide as much syrup and butter and biscuits as possible. What we look like sending you to the Senate for, to be a decision maker, when we need you on the ground to do the hard work and labor and sweat and breathe hard. Somebody talk black to me. The people we send to the Senate and to D.C., they get to relax. These aren't laborers that we send to D.C., fool. That's what that white zaddy Newsom said. We find value in every mammy we can find. We've already pre-ordered a number of the best biscuits you can find. And we are committed to doling them out to any mammy that's going to breathe hard and sweat for the Democratic Party. Do you all understand that's what that is? They still expect the black woman to be the laborers and burden bearers. You're supposed to do the hard work. Because that's what that's going to be. Stacey was doing hard work for years. They wasn't finna let Stacey be the governor of Georgia. Ivy League, trained and taught. Chris Coons, a white senator, is the one who said that Stacey Abrams came to him, I think he said 6 years ago, with a plan to take back Georgia. See, Mammy's got foresight for white supremacists. The Mammy has patience and foresight to help the white supremacists take over and to maintain control and power. That's another reason I can't stand y'all. Because with Stacey Abrams' genius and the other black women, there are other black women, by the way, that helped her. They should have used their genius against the Democratic Party by saying, we can deliver every one of these votes. We've got the plan. But if you don't give us reparations, we're not doing it. But instead, you guys double down so that you can get a pat from white zaddy and the white supremacists for leveling up their world. I'm sorry. Ms. Weber is the new Stacey Abrams. And I promise you, every white Democratic governor is looking for their Stacey. They are impressed with what took place in Georgia. That's right, the Butter Biscuit Brigade. They are impressed with the labor that Stacey. Every time you see Stacey on an interview, Stacey is sweating and breathing hard. Every time. Those, when you're breathing hard, a lot of times, in addition to when you're dealing with stuff like me. But typically when you're breathing hard and sweating, that means you work. That means you're doing some laborious work. You are a burden bearer. Doesn't matter how good your brain is to be a governor, a president, or a major decision maker, like a senator, for example. They have more use for you because you will do the groundwork. You'll do all the hard hustling. You better talk black to me, Motown House. You already know. Simone Sanders, you will be our linebacker. Simone Sanders' title for Joe Biden's campaign was senior advisor. The only thing senior we saw her do was senior linebacking. Expert linebacking. And then when it came down to Joe Biden truly choosing a black woman, he not only didn't choose her, they punted her to Kamala's office. And then the other black bootleg, Kareem Jean-Pierre, the LGBT black woman, the black immigrant with her immigrant lineage and stuff. No disrespect for anybody like that, but I'm just saying we got to point some of this stuff out because that's the reason why some of y'all are anti-black. Kamala Harris, remember, she served as Kamala Harris's chief of staff. She blocked me. She didn't even get the position. She got some other little miscellaneous communication position. They brought in all the white girls that most of you all never paid any attention to or knew existed. The white girls got to sit back like they do in The Help and enjoy the work of the black woman while your funny looking self plays second fiddle. But unlike any of those white women, Simone Sanders literally put her life and limb on the line for Joe and his wife. She physically lined back this non-violent, non-dairy protest because she got close to Joe. She physically, with all of her body, she used all of her body and shape that God gave her. She used all of that force that comes with that to remove this non-dairy protester. And then broke a nail. And they let the white girls come in and scoop up the top positions. You get to work with the white girls or work under them or work for them. It's the same situation here. They're looking for their next Stacey Abrams from every state to maintain power or to galvanize new black voters and to do all of the hard work. But Gavin Newsom was especially he was plotting out, I'm going to put this white Latino in this position for Senate. And then when they see I'm going to put Miss Weber, this black lady here, they're going to be all right because Negroes are always all right when they don't get nothing. Gavin Newsom said Negroes are always all right when they don't get nothing. Since when have you ever wanted something? Somebody talk black to me. Thank you, Mel. Mr. L, is that it? Yes, thank you, beloved. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Finally, finally, finally. Finally. Finally, he picks a Hispanic man. Remember what Joe Biden said in that meeting with those fake civil rights leaders, dead, irrelevant civil rights leaders? Al Sharpton and them. That's what I call them now. Just Al Sharpton and them. That's what they were. Who did Biden meet with? Al Sharpton and them. That tell you everything you need to know. Al Sharpton and them. What did Joe Biden say, family, in that meeting? Family, what did Joe Biden say in that meeting? Do you all remember? Do you remember the disrespect that he showed? Do you remember? Thank you. I bless your gift, Sean, 1,000-fold. Do you remember him invoking the people that he said we gonna have to work with?
Clearly, somebody did record, and now I have a copy of it, and now you're listening to it. Present for the Zoom was Derek Johnson, president of the NAACP, Vanita Gupta, a former ACLU attorney who was Obama's Civil Rights Division head, the Reverend Al Sharpton, Sherilyn Ifill, Melanie Campbell, who's the president of the National Coalition.
While this is getting to it, do you all remember that?
And soon to be.
I got to bring this back to your remembrance. This is under Copyright Act of 1976.
In many ways, it was a Zoom call.
While I'm cueing this, family, to the part where I want you to hear thumbs up, like, and share.
I'm the first person, black or white, who called attention to the fact that you were finding that there was the rate of people who are African Americans who are dying was 3 times that of white people. I don't carry around a stamp on my head saying progressive and I'm AOC, but I have more of a record of getting things done in the United States Congress than anybody you know. Anybody you know.
Some Biden cringe.
By 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. You hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics.
Don't forget he said that. I said, don't forget that he said that. Nobody told that little sliver of the group of the LGBTQ, because their numbers are so small, who they're going to have to work with to get their agenda passed. And they got major legislation done under a black man who did nothing specifically for black people. Nobody tell other little minority groups who you going to have to work with. That's the mind of a white supremacist that's telling you they're already plotting on who they're going to pick to be their brown-skinned white supremacists who will stand in their stead and maintain white supremacy. Y'all better get this. And let me tell you what somebody else said on, was it Instagram? Because I didn't get a chance to respond to them comments, but I think I saw something that popped in. While I'm doing that, family, don't forget to thumbs up, like, and share. Don't forget we have the business school. We have a school. If you want to learn how to build a black business and learn from black people, go to flynubianbusiness.com. That's flynubianbusiness.com. Join my mastermind course, which I'm getting ready to do tonight at clubvicky.com. Every Wednesday night, I drop a spiritual metaphysical jewel. I elaborate on it. You have access to me where you can ask me questions there. You don't want to miss it. Clubvicky.com. Join for $1 for the first 30 days. After that, it's a very nominal fee. Also, get your, again, limited edition. They printed out a few more because we sold out of the first amount that we had set aside to make available. There was a glitch yesterday in the system. So thank you all so much for your patience. And those of you that have already supported, but you want to go get your 2021 Angels Unleashed calendar. It's going to be beautiful. The thought and the corresponding scriptures are going to bless your life. You won't recognize yourself. And you can get that at thevickycalendar.com. Thevickycalendar.com. Remember, I've been telling you for the longest, reminding you for the longest. As the scripture says in the book of Revelation, the scripture speaks in algorithm, it speaks in code. But that scripture in Revelation that talks about that the devil, they use that term, the devil knows his time is short. So when he comes down to the earth, he makes havoc. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing didn't know that that's what she was talking. That's what she was warning us about when she was letting us know many, many years ago, many decades ago. By the way, may she rest in power. That many decades ago, that people who classify themselves as white are concerned about genetic annihilation. We know that the demographers and the statisticians and the scholars have long forecasted the fact that white folks are going to be the minority in the upcoming future. But to hear Joe Biden specifically tell these black bootlegs that it's getting ready to be white minority, he said European minority. So he's acknowledging that they're getting ready to dwindle in numbers in America. And that we're going to have to work with Hispanics. Y'all better pay attention. You better pay attention to these little chess moves that the Democratic Party is trying to make. You better pay attention to why so many Latinos voted for Joe Biden as well. Yes, it's written. They know their time is short. And that's the reason why I've been reminding you. This is the reason why, notwithstanding that Trump rapes people, credibly alleged rapes people, he's a sexual assaulter by his own admission. We heard him on tape. He's definitely a racist. He's a terrible businessman. He's a thief. He's a liar. He's trash. It's trash. None of them cared about that. The white supremacist Christians didn't care. None of them cared. Because what? They know their time is short. And they knew that Donald Trump, being the white supremacist that he is, will do everything that he can to maintain white supremacy by installing white supremacists in the Supreme Court, on the courts, help as many of them out in Congress as possible so that they can maintain rule. Even if our numbers exceeds them, they know that if they are maintaining the levels of power, it doesn't matter if they're the minority. Somebody better ask South Africa. Ask South Africa, how are they the majority and a little slither of white folks are still dominating them? Don't forget, and I'm done after this. I gotta go. Don't go yet, though. Thumbs up, like, and share. Watch this. Just as a reminder. Just as a reminder. Those black alleged civil rights leaders that were at that meeting. They were tripping. Why? The NAACP guy straight up came out and said the Biden administration, they're not even communicating with them. You heard the Urban League guy say, we don't even want veto power. Black men saying we don't even want power. He just wants a consultation. What's Black Lives Matter saying right now? Does anybody know? Does anybody know what Black Lives Matter is saying right now? Does anybody know what Black Lives Matter is saying right now? What does this headline say? Black Lives Matter accuses Biden of ignoring them. Quote, it's demeaning to our hurt and trauma. Black Lives Matter accused President-elect Joe Biden of ignoring their request for a meeting and disregarding the Black voters that helped secure his White House victory. Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris haven't responded to their request for a post-election conversation and even excluded BLM from a recent meeting with civil rights groups, according to the group. For the newly elected administration that ran on promises of racial justice to ignore our ongoing request to meet with them and refuse us a seat at the table is demeaning to our movement, Black Lives Matter Global Network said in an email to supporters on Thursday, and urging activists to make noise. It's demeaning to our hurt and trauma. It's demeaning to the countless times we took our protests to the streets to call for justice for our Black brothers and sisters taken from us at the hands of police. At the time this article was written, it says that the Biden administration, the Biden transition team rather, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Let me tell y'all something. We're laughing at you all because we told you so. And you all tried to tell us, even you so-called ones, y'all call yourself street activists or street whatever name. You all who claim to be so down for Black people, you guys were mad at us. You guys were mad at Ice Cube. You guys were mad at outspoken Black voices who were trying to negotiate prior to the election. And now you guys are being spit in the face. And what we look like feeling sorry for you. Because while you were sitting there telling us how deep and down you are for Black people, with most of y'all's intersectionalist, funny looking selves, you, while you were justifying us voting for Biden, you at the same time were disrespecting and criticizing us publicly. You better take this L. You better take this L because all of this was knowable. All of this was foreseeable. None of this is a shocker. Let me get ready to run right now, family. We'll follow up later on another show tomorrow. Can't wait to see you. Get your calendar. 2021 Angels Unleashed is going to bless your life. Get your pre-orders. They're pre-orders. Buy them now because they made a few more available for you. Buy them now. They'll ship out in January. TheVickyCalendar.com. That's TheVickyCalendar.com. TheVickyCalendar.com. Make sure you spell my name right. VICKI. It's no E's on it. It ain't no double K's. And it's no Y's. My mama kept it simple. VICKI. TheVickyCalendar.com. Join ClubVicky.com, our weekly mastermind. ClubVicky.com, ClubVicky.com. Check out our store at ShopFNQ.com. We have all kinds of other apparel there as well. Thank you so much for your time. I'm getting ready to prep for my brief mastermind tonight. Can't wait to see you. Love you.